Good morning, welcome back to the Pennine Way, day 15. So this is it, people, the last day on the Pennine Way, and what a day it is. 25 miles ish, maybe 26, we'll see, from the point where I left the trail yesterday in Byrness. Thank you very much to the taxi driver that picked me up early to get me up there, over to Kirk Yetholm. I've only been walking about half a mile and I'm in a nice sheltered spot. I can hear the wind whipping away outside of the trees, so I thought, right, I'll do the opening comments when I know I'll be sheltered from the wind, because we'll have to see how much filming we can do today if the winds are as bad as forecast. But today it's all about getting to the end, getting that certificate, and completed the Pennine Way. So join me for one last day on this magnificent, majestic trail. Let's see what today brings, shall we? So this is not what you want at 7 AM when you've not been fueled by a hearty breakfast. A super steep climb up onto the tops through a jungle. Well, that was a good climb up onto Byrness Hill. Certainly woke the legs up because I had such an early start this morning and a 30-minute taxi ride. I've not had time to do my usual stretching routine before each day, so obviously I took that very steadily up there, but it's definitely got the blood pumping now and the feet and legs working. We're not obviously all that high up at the moment, but so far the wind isn't too bad. But yeah, reserve judgment for how bad it's going to be once we start climbing even higher. So I didn't sleep too well last night. The only nights I've not slept on this entire trip was the night before I started, because obviously I was worried about my foot, and last night, A, because I knew I had to get up early and I didn't want to sleep through my alarm, B, I wasn't all that tired when I went to bed at 10:30, and then because I couldn't get to sleep straight away, obviously today's monumental challenges was racing through my head. But I've decided, as I've done for every day really, that I ain't going to look at the end mileage, because I think if you just focus on 25, 26 miles, it feels like a daunting proposition. So literally I'm just going to take it hour by hour, see where I am, make sure I've bought a flask of tea with me, make sure I have quite a few tea and food breaks today, as I say, because I'm not fueled by massive full English like I am most days. I'm fueled today by some hard and not very tasty Danish pastries that I picked up from the co-op yesterday. Got past the best. Let that be a warning to me. Well, the wind's definitely picking up now. Now we're climbing higher and we're in a more exposed area. So I've just descended from Raven's Knowe, where it was particularly windy. It's not much better here, a bit lower down, but I think the Pennine Way god of weather has finally decided to come out and play. It's given me such a good time of it over the last couple of weeks. He thinks I need to earn that certificate. I mean, this time 2 weeks ago, I'd have just been starting on day one in temperatures that were mid-20s, and the only worry that day was the threat of thunderstorms, I'd happily take back those temperatures and the threat of thunderstorms today. Ominous. Oh, we're in a nice little dip here, sheltered by the hills on either side. I've just passed the signs there directing you to Windy Gyle, and it looks like there's two routes. One is half a mile shorter than the other, so I think it cuts the corner off, but you know me, I'm a purist. This is the Mott National Trail Path, and this is the one I'm going to follow, even if it means doing a little bit more. That's an interesting sign. Is that telling me that if I try to dig at anything or bring a car up here, someone will shoot me? So I'm about 8 miles in. I'm having to take opportunities when I dip below the exposed parts and out of the wind to do a bit of filming. I'm about a mile away from a mountain refuge hut on Lamb Hill, I think it's called. So that was my first kind of target for today, really, is to get there and have a good rest and get some proper food down me, because I've apart from that pastry and yes, you've guessed it, a grenade bar, I've not really eaten much since last night, so yeah, I think I need to get quite a bit of fuel in me. Still a long way to go. Right, I've made it to the mountain refuge hut. Ideal, this. There's quite a steep climb back into the real windy elements when I leave here, but for now it's definitely time to have a cup of tea. I've packed a flask of tea today. I've not been bothering most of the days because it's been quite warm, but I knew a comforting cup of tea at points along the way would be what was required today. Right, that's me done here. Filled in the guest book. Quick plug to my YouTube channel. But the previous person in here was George. I think he's rubbing it in that despite his rest day and his horrendous blisters, he's still going to get to Kirk Yetholm before me. He's about 2 hours ahead of me, so I'm not going to catch him. Right, on we go. So I think today this is definitely the most alone that I've felt on the Pennine Way. This entire range of hills is just so vast. It must be about 10 miles away from the nearest bit of civilization. I imagine in the depths of winter up here, it must be absolutely brutal at times. And when the path's not visible, good luck to anyone wanting to take this on. I think another point as well, I'm glad I'm walking south to north. I'm assisted by the wind. I've just turned around to take a photo and whoo, I'm glad I'm not walking this north to south. Yes, the Pennine Way god of weather, he hasn't graced me with the stunning skies that we've had most of the way through, but at least he's made sure the wind is helping. The git will probably switch it the other way around now I've said that. How epic is that view? I knew today was going to be a great day once we got right up into the hills like we are now. Yes, if we're being greedy, we could have asked for some clearer skies to appreciate them more, but So far, this is an amazing day of walking. Just as I was told it would be. We've definitely got some weather closing in. I think it's heading right for me, that. It's almost at Windy Gale, so I think it'll be batten down the hatches time when we get past there. Well, no time to linger at Windy Gale. Definitely lives up to its name. As the weather was coming in there, I've actually seen some people at last. There's quite a few people around the trig point, so hence why no filming on there. So as fast as the rain started, it stopped. I think the Pennine Way god of weather remembered the little prayer I said to him 2 weeks ago. So I've just recently passed the halfway point. The last 30 miles of my Pennine Way adventure begin. So I've made it here to Kingseat. It is behind a fence, but just about reach it. Oh, we're making some good miles up there alongside this stone flagged path, but I'm ready for some bog now. 3 miles of stone flagged path. My feet are hurting. Still, I think we've got about 9 miles to go, so no moaning, let's get on with it. Forget that last comment, I was getting a bit ahead of myself. 11 miles to go. Nearly in single figures. So I've just had a message from my friend Simon. He's very kindly agreed to collect me from Kirk Yetholm. He's coming up today and he's going to take me back tomorrow. He has got he's a keen walker like me. He has got his walking boots with him, so if things work out right timing wise, I think he is planning on walking some of the trail, and obviously we'll meet up and then walk back into Kirk Yetholm together. I'm really grateful that he's kindly agreed to collect me. When I set on this adventure, I'd not even thought about how I was going to get home. Possibly shows how confident I was that I'd actually get to the end, that I'd not even given it any consideration. Right, so I'm at the point in the Pennine Way where I can either extend the walk by going up to the Cheviots summit, which I think, yeah, it will add 2.5 miles onto the day. I'm not going to do it. I mean, the weather's not great. The cloud keeps coming in and out, so I don't want to do all that extra mileage to not see anything. And to be honest, there's a shelter up there. My feet are killing. I just want to sit down for a bit and get out of this wind. So Cheviot Summit, we'll see you again at some point in the future, no doubt. It's amazing how you can just see the climbs and descents that await you on here. I've just had a really challenging descent there. Again, the camera won't show how tough that is, but I'm glad I've got walking poles. I'm desperate for a sit down now. My knees are feeling it and my feet. I think you can get a better appreciation of that tough descent from here. It's still not as steep on the camera as it is looking at it here. Right, this is a nice bit of welcome respite from that wind. You can hear it battering against the wooden hut. So I've had a good 20 minutes in here. I've got about 8 miles left. I've just spoken to Simon as well. He's just arrived in Kirk Yetholm. So I've just been talking him through the route to take. I'm going to take the high route back down. I must be crazy, but that's what we're here for, isn't it? So he's going to set off fairly soon, so we should cross paths in an hour and a half's time. He said he's bought me a sticky bun from Greg's as well, which by the time we meet up, I'll be ready for that. Right, let's go and finish this thing, shall we? Right, back out into the elements. Simon said it was showing about 18 degrees in the car in Kirk Yetholm. Definitely not 18 degrees up here. So we've got a choice here. We can either take a slightly shorter, lower route into Kirk Yetholm, or add an extra half mile on by going up this high route. You've guessed it, of course we're going the high route. I've been smashed in the face by strong winds all day. What's another 4.5 miles going to do? Come on, have it. Yes, I know, that's a bit of a dramatic song. Tell the world I'm coming home. We all know that 99.99999 recurring percent of people in this world will not give a damn that I'm coming home, but one or two people might. Well, I'm not sure this was a bright idea, going this high level route. Come on, one final foe. Nice to see a friendly face after today.
I've got to just walk from the top end, not the bottom.
How you doing?
Yeah, alright mate, cheers.
I think you're upwind, so you've not got to smell my shoes.
Just as well.
Right, let's do this last couple of miles. Simon's got to go back again now, unless you want to go the 20 odd miles back to Byrness.
I'm not too bothered now, I think I'll go back to Cheviots.
Let's do it. So I've made it to the Border Hotel and the end of my Pennine Way adventure. So I'm off inside for my certificate, for my free drink, and to take these shoes off and put my feet up. My feet are killing. Come on, let's get off inside. It's been a long, long, long day today. Right, okay, so I'm at tonight's accommodation. So I got my certificate, had my drink, which I gave to Simon because I don't drink beer, so I had a cider at the Border Hotel, and we've now made it to our B&B, which is just down the road. So what an amazing adventure it's been. Thank you everybody for following me along the way, for leaving comments. Apologies I've not been able to get back to everybody, but I have read every single one of them and they've kept me motivated, particularly today when I was getting blown from pillar to post on the Cheviot. So just a reminder, if you still want to donate to my Mind fundraising page, I'm going to leave the donations page open for a couple of months in case anyone stumbles across these videos at a later date. But thanks again for watching, I really do mean it. It's been a fantastic experience. When the dust settles and life returns to a little more normality, what I'll look to do is I'll probably do a reflections video, just sharing some of my experiences of the Pennine Way in general. Right, that's me done now. I need to get out of these clothes because I think they smell. Poor old Simon's got to share a room with me tonight. So I'm going to have to. In fact, the B&B owner wouldn't even let me bring my shoes into the room. That's how bad they smell. So yeah, they're definitely hazardous waste. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching this series of videos. I'll see you at some point in the near future, no doubt. Bye for now.